My name is Mokena Makeka, I'm 38 years old, I'm an architect practicing in Cape Town. My father's an advocate, or was an advocate, he's late now. And he was the ambassador for Lesotho to the United Nations. So that's why we had to stay in New York, and at other times he was also the ambassador to Mexico and the United States. So it was either New York or DC. So I think as a kid, I was always probably left of center. And I think that was reinforced by the fact that I was always a stranger wherever I was at. I was always an outsider. I was always drawing as a kid. I was making cartoons. I'd make things out of paper and everybody would throw it away, and I'd go into the bin and say, this is beautiful, and they'd be like, no, it's rubbish. So I wasn't in an environment where my sketches were on the wall. You know what I mean? If I could call it an architectural philosophy, it developed quite early. It developed when I was a student. I was particularly outraged when I understood how space and cities reinforce prejudice, and they reinforce class distinctions, and they reinforce how people behave and interact with each other. As a student, when I suddenly realized, A, what was happening here, B, when you look at what architecture has done for so many other cities around the world, I think it's very difficult to not have a profound sense of injustice. And then when you realize the sort of diabolical partnership that existed between politics and many built environment professionals, putting railway lines to divide communities, Group Areas Act, all of these sort of ideas which were enabled by designers. Because politicians aren't designers. They might have a political outcome, but they don't know how to make it physically manifest. It's the architect, the planner, the urban designer. I think Cape Town Station is a good example of that. Here is a building which was celebrated as an icon of separation. That you have an opportunity to make a building which could be an icon for integration. It might seem like a mundane building, but its meaning is significant. From an outset, I was very clear. I said, this is a chance to help reinvent the country. I love sci-fi movies because, you know, all futuristic societies, the design's amazing. I think innately we understand that in some future where we've evolved, there's an intimate relationship between our environment and our values. All the places where we imagine a good life, I think it's as fundamental to our being as much as water or air or food. Design is a human right.